Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this hand-painted tie-dye tumbler. I did use acrylic paint and then I went ahead and sealed it with Brite Tone. So that's something that you're interested in. Please continue watching and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I am going to be uploading a new video every Thursday from now on, so go ahead and stay tuned for that. And as always, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Go ahead and drop them in the comment section. I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Thank you. So as I mentioned before, I use Brite Tone from the Crystalac company to go ahead and seal and gloss up my tumbler. You can purchase Brite Tone at thecrystalacstore.com. I'll go ahead and also link it down in the video description for you guys. This is what it looks like. It's a non-toxic water-based top coat, and it does have a 30-day curing time, but after 5 to 7 days, it's okay for light use, of course, following proper care instructions. So here are the materials that I used. I did start off with a prepped tumbler. I did sand this tumbler and then I spray painted it. And then I did wait 24 to 48 hours to allow it to off gas. And then I purchased these paint brushes here on Amazon, and they are Taklon brushes, and I'm just going to be using the ones with a finer tip. It comes with a set of 10, but I'm just going to be using some of the smaller ones. And then you are going to need a highlighter, somewhere to put your acrylic paint, and then any neon color acrylic paints. This set that I purchased here at My Goals came with a set of 6, but I'm only going to be using 3 colors out of this one. You can use as many colors or whatever colors you guys want. It doesn't have to be neon. Also, I've also seen other people do it with pastel colors and they also came out nice. So you guys can basically just choose whatever type of colors you guys want to do for this cup. As I said, I'm only going to be using these 3 colors here. The colors I'm using here are called neon blue, neon pink, and neon yellow. They do sell them individually. You can always purchase them individually if you want. As always, I'll go ahead and link everything that I used down in the video description. You are then going to go ahead and take your highlighter and go into kind of a swirl pattern. You do want to have something to wipe off in case you make a mistake. I had just a baby wipe, and I didn't get it right the first time. I did have to go ahead and wipe it off and do it over until I got it to look a little decent. So yeah, don't get discouraged if you go ahead and do the swirl effect and it doesn't come out well. Just go ahead and wipe it off and do it over until you are satisfied with your swirl. And then I did one swirl on one side, and then I went ahead and did another swirl on the other side, and then I just kind of stopped where the other one met, and then I just kind of went into a circle pattern, if that makes sense. You do want to make sure you do this part with a highlighter. I've seen people do it with a pencil, but I feel that when you do it with a pencil, it can still somewhat see the pencil mark. So just go ahead and do it with a highlighter, and once that acrylic paint is over the highlighter, you won't see the highlighter mark at all. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the yellow, and you just kind of want to do follow the swirl effect that you did there, and then just kind of go back and forth, like up and down in a up and down motion, kind of dragging the color out. And you're just gonna want to go ahead and follow that pattern that you did there and just go back and forth, back and forth. That's the easiest way that I can explain it. This is definitely a trust the process type of cup. At first, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is not coming out good. That's exactly how I was when I was making this cup. But don't worry. This is the type of cup that you are going to have to trust the process and just wait it out. Just continue in a back and forth motion following the swirl pattern that you did there, and I guarantee you it'll come out good. Once you start off with the next color, you are going to just kind of want to do the same thing, just in a back and forth motion, but you're going to want to drag it on the next color onto the previous color. So here, since I'm doing the pink, I'm going to just do the back and forth motion and kind of drag the pink out onto the yellow. And then just continue doing that all around wherever the yellow is. And then just following the same swirl pattern. So here I'm going in with the last color, the blue, and I'm going to repeat that same step. I'm going to go ahead and drag that blue onto the pink. And continuing the same pattern, going back and forth in the same swirl motion, and then just kind of dragging it now onto the pink and then onto the yellow that we did on the first color. So kind of dragging it back and forth onto both colors. So now I'm going to go ahead and give my tie-dye cup a second coat. I'm going to go in with each color and go ahead and do a second coat of each color. I'm going to go ahead and drag it onto both colors, the pink and the blue. I'm doing the yellow now. Um, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same process over just to go ahead and make my colors more vibrant. As you can see, my cup needed a second coat of acrylic paint, so I went ahead and did a second coat. This did take me about an hour to complete the whole tie-dye design. So just be ready for it to take a while. But at the end, it was definitely so worth it. And then the same with the pink color, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of drag it on more onto the blue color and then also onto the yellow. So just kind of going back and forth in a back and forth motion, dragging it into the yellow and onto the blue. Once you are done with your design, you do want to wait for the acrylic paint to dry off very well. Acrylic paint does dry off very slow, so you do want to be sure to give it that extra time to allow it to dry off. I let my cup dry for a couple of days. You do want to allow it to at least dry off for 24 hours. Um, this cup here, I let mine dry off for about 48 hours before I went ahead and added my first coat of Brite Tone. You do want to allow the acrylic paint to go ahead and dry off very well before you go ahead and add any Brite Tone to avoid any wet acrylic paint down there under your Brite Tone, which would cause problems later on. So here my cup is after a couple of days. My acrylic paint is completely dry and I'm going to go ahead and add my first coat of Brite Tone. I did put my Brite Tone in this condiment bottle here and I'm just going to go ahead and add a thin coat of Brite Tone. Just a thin coat, just enough to where my cup isn't dripping. And then I'm going to allow my cup to spin for an hour and then dry for an additional 3 hours to total of 4 hours of dry time. And that's the amount of dry time that you do need to wait in between each coat. So here I'm adding my second coat of Brite Tone. Every coat is added the same. You just add a thin coat of Brite Tone and then you go ahead and let your cup spin for an hour and then dry for an additional 3 hours. I didn't record every coat that I gave my cup. For this cup, since it didn't have glitter, I only did around 6 to 8 coats of Brite Tone since I did want this cup to have a super glossy finish. So yeah, each coat is added the same, just a thin coat, just enough to where your cup is not dripping. And after my third coat, I did go ahead and sand my cup. I sanded the entire cup using 600 grit sanding paper. I just gave it a good sand. I went ahead and sanded the cup. Make sure you get the bottom just to go ahead and smooth everything out. And I also went ahead and cleaned up my rim up a little bit just so that I won't have to clean it up later on. After sanding, I just went ahead and cleaned off any sanding dust with a lint-free cloth. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my fourth coat of Brite Tone right after that. Just a thin coat. I'm going to then let my cup spin for an hour and then dry for an additional 3 hours. Here I'm going to go ahead and add my last coat of Brite Tone. As I mentioned, I only added around 6 to 8 coats of Brite Tone to this cup since it didn't have any glitter, but I still wanted it to have a super glossy finish. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any video suggestions for me, just go ahead and drop them down in the comment section. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.